Hey everybody, it is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. I hope everyone is enjoying the very spicy Leo full moon that is happening this weekend. Already in the energy, we're going to go ahead and get into your reading. And today's reading is called When You Will Not Tolerate One More Ounce of Disrespect, okay? And we've got 3 piles to choose from here today. We have pile number 1, which is the black tea light, pile number 2, which is the red tea light, and pile number 4, which is the yellow tea light. So take a deep breath and anchor into your energy and become very calm and relaxed and peaceful. And think about what pile you would like to choose today. Is it black? Is it red? Is it yellow? You can go directly to the description box below to find your pile that you choose. And at the end of each pile, we will be doing initials. If you suspect there is someone in your life who is being disrespectful towards you, but you're not entirely sure maybe that you're reading the situation correctly, or you just don't want to believe it. Either way, we will go ahead and take a look at some initials at the end of each pile, okay? And let 2023 be the year where we as individuals maintain our dignity, power, and strength, and do not let any people, I don't know what else to call them, come up in our space and disrespect us, okay? So that is what I am doing the reading on today, everybody. Happy to be here with you. And for those of you that have wanted a natal chart reading for me, you know I was studying astrology for quite some time. And I just put up my link in the description box below so that you can book readings with me, natal chart readings. And you'll find a link in the description box below to my website, which has all the information that you need, okay? And I've just opened up slots for the month of February. So we are gonna go ahead with all those announcements said. We are gonna go ahead and get into the reading. Okay, let's go ahead and do it. Let's make it happen. Okay. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the black tea light, and today's reading is called When You Will Not Tolerate One More Ounce of Disrespect, okay? We're gonna take a look at your oracle cards, then we'll go into the tarot, and finally at the end of the reading, we will pull initials from the initial bag right here. For those of you that are concerned that you have someone or people in your life who've been behaving in a disrespectful manner towards you, and you're just wanting that confirmation, okay? So we are gonna go ahead and get into the reading today. For my pile number 1s, please. Okay, I just heard something about roller skates or red roller skates, very interesting. Something about flowers in June. Maybe somebody here has a birthday in June. We could be Cancers or Geminis in this pile, but something about that for my pile number 1s. What else here, please? Okay, someone could want you guys to come over because I'm hearing like Red Rover send someone over, okay? And maybe you guys played that game when you were a kid, or I feel like some of you in pile number 1, you may have people that are coming up that want to send you an invitation to go somewhere. Yeah, anyway, I feel pile number 1, when it comes to your time, it may be that you feel sometimes that people disrespect your time, okay? And that's the biggest thing. Like if somebody makes a plan to do something with someone and you have this plan to do it, and then, you know, things come up, things happen, that's fine, but also disrespecting people's time is not okay. We have the 2 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. I'm gonna go ahead and pull your oracle cards here first. We have Capricorn and Achieve. Time is money for my pile number 1s, okay? And you had the black tea light. Of course, black is the color of Saturn. And, you know, no mess, no stress in pile number 1. You're very determined, very ambitious individuals. And I mentioned Gemini and Cancer. Some of you could be dealing with Geminis or Cancers, people that are really agitating you because they're not understanding where you're coming from, or they're wasting your time. And you've got things to do, places to be, people to see. Okay, I'm seeing a pineapple here. I don't know why I'm seeing, it almost looks like a pineapple and then fairy wings or something. So maybe somebody here was drawing or doodling or sketching. But with Capricorn, of course, it says achieve on here, okay? So the other thing is not being appreciated for the hard work, dedication, time, and effort that you have put into something. Pile number 1. Okay, and so like with the number 10 on this card, I feel pile number 1, you've been 10 out of 10 with whatever it is that you've been working on, and you've been extremely diligent and on it, okay? But there are people, it appears here in your circle, who are not respecting your time, who are not respecting what you need to do, okay? We have the 10th house and authority. Okay, and again, we see the person here, looks like they have like a pickaxe and a walking stick, and they're going hiking up in the mountains, which again is very Capricorn type of energy. The 10th house in astrology having to do with our reputation, our career. It's the highest point in our chart. It represents a very, very powerful angle in our astrology chart, okay? And it does have to do with reputation and the public as well too, okay? So, you know, you've been working really hard towards a goal, I feel, pile number 1, and no one can take that away from you. The thing is for those of you that have been really into your achievements, perhaps you've been, you know, finishing school, perhaps you recently got a promotion, or you've been working really hard for a promotion, perhaps, you know, you're really focused on your career right now, you're really focused on making things happen for yourself, okay? And I pity the fool that tries to stop pile number 1, because I feel like you guys are very ambitious and career-minded or achievement-minded at this time. And I feel a lot of you have really worked hard for what you have. It's not that somebody just handed whatever you have to you. You had to roll up your sleeves and do the work and make it happen, okay? And, you know, so anyway, pile number 1, you already know this. I don't even have to keep telling you. We have the 11th house of friends. Okay, so we have the 10th house of career and the 11th house of friends. The 11th house in astrology is also the money that we make from our career. Okay, and there may be, and like I was talking about, people that aren't on time, people that are disrespecting your time, people that are not appreciative of the time that you're giving them when they know just how much you have on your plate at this moment. I also feel there could be some friends that have been disrespectful as well, okay? And some people, this could be work friends, because we have the 11th and the 10th house here. This could be work friends or people that are somehow connected to what you do in the world, okay? And I feel like you guys, as busy as you are, you do try to make time for your friends, and they're showing up here as a big part of your reading. So you do try to be there for individuals and be that person and I see somebody wiping away somebody's tears. I see somebody, you know, like you really like being that very, very solid person that people can go to and hold on to when they're going through big, you know, obstacles in their life, okay? But at the same time, I feel pile number 1, some of these friends may like guilt you sometimes. They may cling on to you at times. They may like just be too much. Just be, you know, too much. It's like, you know, we're all adults here. If we were like children, it'd be different, but we're all adults, you know, sovereign and able to, as long as we're able-bodied, able-mind, right? Then, you know, I just feel like there are some people that cling to you and they're not really appreciating you fully, okay? And it says, oh, and look at the word sovereign is on this card right here. And I just mentioned sovereign. what enables the wise and sovereign and the good general to strike and conquer and achieve Capricorn energy, things beyond the reach of the ordinary man, is foreknowledge, okay? And preparation, okay? And there may be some hot messes in your life who they don't really prepare for things. They just kind of, I don't know. I feel like pile number one, you may have some people around you who aren't really at your speed, okay? They're lacking a little bit farther behind than you, I feel like, which is fine. But at the same time, I just think you're not in the mood to be, there's a lot of demands on you right now, so you're not in the mood to be wiping everybody's tears, okay? We have take the long view, all right? Foreknowledge is the awareness of something before it happens. Such knowledge is very important because it gives us peace of mind of knowing that the world will not end tomorrow. Yeah, and you may have a lot of people. I think you guys are strategists and you can take the long view, and you have had to take the long view, but I feel there's some people around you you've been giving peace of mind to, you've been chatting to, where you've been trying to help them and tell them, hey, the world's not going to end tomorrow. Everything's going to be fine. It'll be all right. Okay. But one thing to keep in mind, pile number one, you know, civilizations went on for hundreds and hundreds of years without, you having to carry the weight of the world on your own shoulders. Okay. So just a little reminder there too of your own sovereignty. It says, it is how civilizations went from horse to cart to the jet airliner in 100 years. Yeah, how did we have all this progress, right? Taking the long view, being able to work hard for something. Foreknowledge is how we use the promise of tomorrow to change and continue with what we do today, okay? And so I feel like maybe at times you've said, it's okay. I want to be a good friend. I want to be there for others. I need to make space in my life for those, things as well. And, at some point, this person is going to pay me back for my kindness. At some point, this person is going to show up in an equal manner, okay? And I think you have taken the long view on things, actually. That may be a little bit of the problem. We have ideation, okay? And then we have protection. So it's very interesting because there may be people that look up to you, pile number one, with ideation in the 10th house, okay? That really think you're the bee's knees or you do a really great job at something, okay? But at the same time, somebody also could be putting another person on a pedestal, and you feel it's disrespectful because you've been there so much for that person, and they're not giving you credit where credit is due, okay? But I feel like what the message here is that there's a reason why this person, it's like for your own protection, I feel, okay? Like somebody may have an idea of who you are in their mind, pile number one, but fail to tell you that or fail to let you know. Okay, and so that could also be resulting in some disrespect. And I feel like, you guys, I'm getting the word tolerate. So I feel like, you've been, well, that's one of the titles of the words in this reading. I feel like you guys have been tolerating things, but ideally, you wouldn't have to protect yourself from other people. Ideally, people would just show up in a better way, in a better manner. Okay, and, we have here the joyous. Wow, this card's been coming up a lot recently. We see the dragonflies on here. And we have happiness, delight, interaction, open communication, goodwill, friendly persuasion, and self-expression. Okay, and here you are, going in your own direction. And here's a couple friends I see wanting to know what's going on with you, wanting to know, where you're going, wanting to know what's up, wanting to kind of, and it's like, gosh, will you just kind of leave me alone? Or will you just kind of, and try to come back after the fact and being like, oh, we're here now. And it's like, yeah, I'm leaving. I've already I've already been, here. I've already been here waiting for you. I've already been here doing that. And, friendly persuasion can sometimes, I feel like maybe you guys may have a couple of friends or a couple of family members where it just seems like they're trying to be helpful and they're telling you, oh no, we think you're so great, or we think you're doing so wonderful, but then they're trying to engage in some friendly persuasion with you, but it doesn't feel that way. It feels disrespectful, okay? Because they're not respecting your choices and what you're choosing to do. And maybe some people are having a problem with what you're doing for a living, or the things or the goals that you have set for yourself. And it's like they're trying to be protective of you and tell you they're looking out for you. And it's like, yeah, no. Okay. And some of you could have a Cancer or a Gemini, like I said earlier, or maybe you have that in your chart. But yeah. Okay. Pile number 1. So let's go ahead and see here. Let's look at the tarot now and see when it comes to pile number 1, Spirit, what would you like pile number 1 to know about not tolerating one more ounce of disrespect? What would you like pile number 1 to know about this situation, please? What would you like pile number 1? Okay. The Queen of Cups. Well, okay, the Queen of Cups in the tarot is representing a Cancer, okay? So, and interestingly, the Queen of Cups in the tarot picks up the last decan of Gemini and the first 2 decans of Cancer. So again, there's that Gemini Cancer influence again. And oh, look at underneath there is the Queen of Pentacles, which is Capricorn, okay? And here we see 2 friends, okay? And possibly 2 female friends, all right? And we see 2 people, we see 2 influences, and we see, we see somebody up in your business, basically, is what I feel. Pile number 1, okay? What message does Spirit have? We have the 5 of Pentacles. Some people just make it harder, I feel. We have death. Maybe also I feel, okay, we have the Fool. All right. Pile number 1. If people are trying to tell you that, what you're doing isn't going to work and it's just going to end up in disaster, and that you're not well prepared for something, or that, you're not ready for something, it's too soon. I feel like, you have been proving, and you don't have anything to prove to anyone anyway, but you've been proving your dedication for a long time. And where were these people anyway when you were at your lowest? I mean, I feel you guys really picked yourselves up and dusted yourself off, okay? And I feel like you really said, I'm gonna have to make some changes in my life because I can't continue on like this, okay? And these people come back again with this whole, wanting to interact with you, wanting to have friendly discussions with you, wanting to question like why you're leaving. Some people questioning why you're leaving, and it's like, yeah, because I've been here just waiting for you, or I've been here like I've been here sucking it up, waiting, and I'm sick of waiting again with the timing and things. Pile number 1, okay? And then these people are very like the more negative side of the Fool, where they're not very reliable and they're not very like, they're very distracted a lot. They're not really present. They show up at the last minute, or they show up late. And it's like, yeah, I rearranged my whole schedule to be here and to talk to you and to spend time with you. And, yeah, I'm leaving. The conversation's over, okay? And them kind of popping in at the last minute, acting like, oh, hey now, like, everything's fine. And wow, I've just been, I'm just showing up now. And sorry, I forgot. And it's like, yeah, I don't think so. Okay, stop wasting my time. I'm done with this. Okay, so I feel like some of you here are contemplating an end to a friendship. or contemplating an end to a relationship that has been dragging ass for a while now, okay? And I mean, I feel like sometimes this person doesn't really know what's going on, and they don't really have a clue about what, like they think everything's fine, or they're oblivious to the fact of their, you know, they're just oblivious. I feel you're in a very serious phase of your life, pile number one, where you've had to be doing a lot of hard work and you don't have time to, you know, wipe the tears of all the crying babies in the world, okay? Especially when they're adults, okay? If there's a crying baby, that's fine. I think you guys you're very caring, very loving, coming through as the Queen of Cups, very sweet. But also, I just feel like lately you haven't really been in a position there could have been financial issues going on for you, pile number one. There could have been some health issues going on. Like, things in your life have been kind of serious. And I feel like when these friends show up without like any clue of what's been going on with you and just want to monopolize the entire conversation with their hot air, I feel like it just, yeah, you're just like, no thanks. It's disrespectful, okay? And let's see. I just dropped an H on the ground. Isn't that funny? An H randomly fell on the ground. So maybe some of you are wanting to get rid of an H, someone that has an H in their name. And you're like, yeah, I want to drop that person on the ground too. Anyway, let's go ahead and see. Like, what I see is people who've just been totally clueless to the hardship that you've been going through and to the hard work that you've been doing. Just like totally clueless to it. And then realizing you're upset and then trying to come talk. And it's like, yeah, no. Okay, it's more trouble than it's worth is what I feel. We have L here, okay? We have Q. We have P, all right? If you see your initials or their initials here, then this is just a verification that, yeah, you know, there's some type of thing going on. I'm also seeing the word plaque or an award that somebody got, okay? And you could have gotten recognized for something, pile number one, but the people that you call friends or the people that, you know, you want to celebrate, we have the joyous here, like a joyous celebration. People couldn't even be bothered to like show up or be there for you. We have Z here, and we have please, yeah, PLZ, please, like coming back and saying please. We have a D here, okay, DL down low, okay, and we have an F, okay, and we have an S, all right, FDS. All right, and I'm gonna get a couple more initials and then we'll be done with your pile number one. But I hope that this was informative. And if you were questioning, oh yeah, no, these people really do disrespect me at times, okay? And I feel like there could be somebody with the initials HD and FS, and then there's an LP, okay? So if that's the initials of somebody here, then take it times a million. This message was really meant for you. All right. And let's get three more and then we'll be done. We have an R, an R. Okay. Yeah, I feel like these people are like, relax, everything will be fine, everything's good. And it's like, yeah, no. Okay. I've got a lot going on here and they're just not really seeing it. There's the door, DOOR. Yep, there's the door. Bye-bye. Yeah, we have roof. We have roof and door. Okay, so somebody could have had some expenses on their home that they needed to pay for, that they needed to take care of some expenses, etc. And, you know, other people just, I don't know why they're so oblivious, or it's not like you haven't said something. I just feel like sometimes sometimes these people are just not getting it, okay? And we have here a K, dork. Oh my God. Who is these people dorks or what? Yeah, DORKS, dorks. You're like, yeah, these people are dorks anyway. I'm not going to be disrespected by a bunch of dorks. We also have forks, right? And a fork in the road, all right? And time to kind of make a decision about this situation, because they're happy to keep showing up the same every time. Oh, hey, how are you? What's going on? Arriving at the last minute, taking up a lot of your time, clueless to what's going on with you. And it's like, eye roll, you know. Interesting. Pile number 1. Yeah, you guys are like, I'm sick of these dorks too, Natalie. Anyway, I feel you on that pile number 1, and I wish you many blessings and much respect, okay? So I'm glad you guys have a good sense of humor, at least, about it, because I feel like, you know, you're kind of over it here, pile number 1. So thank you so much, my lovelies. I hope that that reading resonated for you, and I would love to hear any thoughts, comments, or feedback that you have. And take care, my friends. Let's move on to pile number 2. Okay. Okay, pile number 2. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. You chose the red tea light. And before I even rang the bell before your reading, I got the word granite. So somebody may be working on their granite counters or talked about granite countertops or something about granite, okay? Granite. All right, and then I also got the word stockings. Stockings. So maybe somebody here bought some stockings, or Valentine's Day is coming up, all right? But anyway, pile number 2. So let's see what else. You're like, yeah, I'm making out on the granite countertop in my stockings with my so-and-so, all right, with my boy toy or my baby daddy or whoever it is, pile number 2. I just got an image of somebody doing that, so maybe you've been up to some naughtier things in life. But let's go ahead and see. Fine by me, pile number 2, okay? Fine by me. Actually, I feel pile number 2, one disrespect you've been dealing with is judgers, okay? And judgments from other people who haven't walked in your shoes and haven't lived your life, okay? So we're gonna go ahead. I just got the word Cinderella. People expecting you to do everything, all right? Expecting you to take care of everything. Maybe you're wiping down the countertops or you're cleaning a lot, but people just expecting you to kind of take care of everything and not really, not really like, yeah, there's the seven of pentacles, 7 of pentacles on the bottom of the deck. And it's like, why do I feel like why do I feel like the work is never done? And why do I feel like I'm someone's damn glorified maid? And, you know, for those of you that have kids and they're supposed to be doing shit, and it's like, you know, you lazy bastards, you're just sitting around doing nothing, or, you know, or you have a significant other that doesn't really help, or you have parents or family members that rely on you a lot and lean on you. And it's like, geez, some help around here would be a little nice, okay? You can't manage to get yourself up and help a sister out or help a brother out over here, okay? And I feel like you guys are just sick of it, okay? And the 7 of Pentacles in the tarot is representing Saturn and Taurus. And that's a pretty agitating combination, and it's pretty slow, and it's pretty painfully obvious that things are tedious, okay? When we have Saturn and Taurus with the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles in the tarot is the Lord of Success Unfulfilled, okay? So it's like, yeah, it ain't happening with these people. And maybe even at your job too, it's like, I'm not, I'm not anybody's whipping boy over here. You guys better get yourselves together, okay? And I feel like a lot of people may depend on you, pile number 2, because you're very smart and you're quite sharp and you're very capable and you have a lot of perseverance within you, and you're one tough cookie or one tough dude, like, you also know how to I just felt like saying, you guys got the right stuff, pile number 2, baby. That's like totally New Kids on the Block. But anyway, I mean, I do feel like you guys have the ability to make things grow and to make things happen. It's just when you start to feel taken advantage of, like, I feel you guys do like working and helping others and being there for others and things like that. But you're not, when people start to take advantage of it, it's like, yeah, no thanks, okay? And I'm also getting the 6th house in astrology, which is a house that has to do with work that is done with very little reward, okay? So there may be some of you too, you're just sick of your job or you're sick of not being recognized. So anyway, pile number 2, let's go ahead and see. We have solar calm and clarity, okay? And that's interesting because I was noticing the blue here on the sky of the 7 of Pentacles and noticing that there's a lot of gray in the clouds, which, just thinking about like not even having a moment to yourself to be calm and to sit, maybe to meditate, to clear your mind. I see a huge like opening of a third eye here too. I feel like, some people not really respecting, like, you're like, okay, if you want to do things the hard way, that's fine, but things could be a lot easier for you. And I feel like you do like to help people, pile number 2, but I also feel like some people make things harder for themselves and then try to put it on you. And it's like, yeah, no, okay? We have here the 12th house and introspection. Very interesting. So the 12th house is also a house of isolation, and it is a house of mental anguish as well. And it's also a house of physically feeling like crap as well. So it's like, I need people to leave me alone, okay? I need people to give me some time to myself, and I don't feel like being around a bunch of people right now. I don't feel like dealing with all their problems. I'm dealing with my stuff in my own life. I don't need everybody else putting their crap on me, okay? And the 12th house can be where a lot of the garbage is kind of showing up in the 12th house, because the ascendant, which is like the most powerful house in all of the astrology and all of the astrological chart, it's you. It represents you and your connection to this lifetime. And the 12th house is behind that. It's hidden from that, basically. So, we can't see what's in our 12th house, and we can't see sometimes how people's attitudes are negatively impacting us. We can't see sometimes in our 12th house our hidden enemies and how we're being taken advantage of. All right. But I feel like you guys have been given a very lucid moment recently to really understand, like, what is it that's going on here? And the more that you can have those lucid, quiet moments of the mind, the more you can really understand. And I feel like sometimes you're like, I feel like you're saying, pile number 2, I should feel more disrespected than I actually do. I feel like sometimes you guys take it on yourself, okay? And you may miss the fact that you're being disrespected. All right. And that's because what happens in our 12th house, we can sometimes be very unaware of that. Okay. And until it reaches a point where it's like, wow, this is really bad. Okay. So let's see what else we have here. We have Leo and I will. Okay. It's like, I will not tolerate people treating me this way, and talking about respect and the lion, right? The lion is very regal and confident and proud, okay? And I mean, yeah, I also feel like sometimes other people wanting their time to shine, all right? Some of you could be dealing with some disrespectful Leos or people who have Leo in their chart, or you may be a Leo and you're dealing with some very disrespectful energies. But basically people who are like, yeah, it's all about me and my ego and what I want and what I need and my, and my need to shine, and literally screw you, because you just go and sit in your 12th house and I'll call you when I need you. It's very disrespectful. Okay. And I feel like for some of you, this could be in relationships too. Maybe some of you have been with people who are very egotistical and selfish. Okay, pile number 2, but let's see. We have here, ponder and deliberate before you make a move. Yeah, 12th house, clarify, solar calm. Like I said, expand the vision in your third eye and think about, it's like you need some time to, I think if you keep yourself really busy in service to others with this 7 of Pentacles, pile number 2, it may be hard to sort out what's really happening in a situation. Okay, so ponder and deliberate before you make a move. All right, it says plan ahead, don't make it up as you go along. Life is full of decisions. Some people put them off or ask for advice. Others simply stick a pin in a list. In reality, you need to use intuition. Yep, the third eye here. You need to use intuition, reason, okay, and a combination of both. Intuition is more suited to simple or quick decisions. More complicated reasoning requires a formal, structured approach. And I think we can get very lost in the 12th house sometimes, okay, and give our power away to other people. And then if we're around people that are very selfish takers, then, it becomes an issue, right? So more complicated reasoning requires a formal, structured approach using reason, facts, and figures to decide whether the answer they lead to is right, okay? So using reason, facts, and figures to decide, what is this what's really going on in this situation, okay? And I feel like you guys are saying, I want out of my 12th house, Natalie. There's no escaping it, But I think, like it says here, planning ahead, and because I feel like that's how things can easily get out of control. With people like asking things of you or dumping things on you, right? And just saying maybe sometimes before agreeing to things, maybe taking some time to really reflect on why you're doing that, okay? With Leo energy, we can also have wanting to be the hero or wanting to be the hero in the situation at times too as well, okay? But I just feel like too, if you guys have, because there's such a big difference between Leo and the 12th house. I mean, there's a big difference here, and it's feast or famine. I'm completely disconnected from my ego, and I don't even have one, and I'm just swimming in the cosmic soup of life, or straight up, I know who I am, I know what I'm doing, and don't get in my way. It's the difference between those two things. I'm seeing the letter D, okay? And we're going to get initials at the end. I'm also seeing a B, HB, or HB3. I'm seeing the number 3 here too, okay? So let's go ahead and see. Is there any other? I'm just kind of scrying on this card. Well, I see somebody holding hands with someone and kissing them. Okay, so I feel also too, this has to do with the balance of power in relationships as well, okay? But let's see, we have surrender. Yeah, the 12th house is where we go to surrender for sure. And sometimes we do need to surrender, it's the interesting thing with Leo and I will, it's I will, because Leo is a fixed fire sign. So it's I will, I will make this person respect me. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care what I have to do. They will respect me, right? But that also is, that's also a way of inviting disrespect, because if we're dealing with people that are truly disrespecting us, then it's best to just, go into our cave, think about it, analyze it, come to the decision of what we're going to do, and then do it and cut that person off. All of a sudden, as I was saying that, there was a huge loud noise in the background. Oh no, it's a car like revving its engine. It's so far away, but yet it's really, really loud. What a show off, huh? Anyway, we have energy. Okay, so it's like I'm not gonna bury myself in pain and torture and torment in my 12th house while this person just siphons off my energy, okay? Those people are called psychic vampires, pile number 2. And yeah, no thanks, okay? And it's like, I'm not going to continue to hold back. I feel like where you've also been disrespected is where other people get to do what they want and live their dreams and their story and their happiness, and they expect you to sacrifice everything for them, to be with them or to be around them. And I feel like it cuts off your vitality. Pile number 2, it cuts off your energy and your vitality. So it's like, yeah, I'm not going to be disrespected anymore. You know, with this Leo energy, it's like, I have the power to stand up for myself and believe in myself, and I'm not going to let anybody, you know, push me into the corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner, right? Dirty dancing. We have here gathering together, card 45, okay? Massing, converging, unifying, assembling, combining forces, and the sum is greater than the parts. And I feel like this is what you guys actually want, is you want to see people, instead of the 7 of Pentacles, you want to see the 6 of Pentacles, or you want to see people getting along. You want to see people coming up with a plan. You want to see people considering other people's feelings. You want to see people unifying their energies together in harmony to create better things in life, okay? To create better structures, to create better relationships. And I feel like there's also this gathering of your energy. For those of you that have been feeling really down and depleted with the 12th house and surrender, and you've just needed to rest and restore your inner vision, your inner temple, I feel like you're gonna be getting more energy back, and it's gonna be time for you guys to shine. Okay, pile number 2. So let's go ahead and see gathering together. All right, and especially if you're gathering together with a group of people, you know, and talking and hanging out, everyone should be given a chance. I feel like there's some attention hogs that interrupt you. Pile number 2, this person may interrupt you a lot when you're trying to speak or share something, and it just probably makes you feel like you're the one that's getting forgotten, or you're the one that's getting pushed aside, okay? And the thing is it's neither, I feel like these people, it's hard because they really push you to be really self-assertive with this Leo energy, but I feel like you'd rather be in a harmonious, you know, yin and yang type of a flow where everyone's getting along together, okay? But if somebody's been taking too many liberties with you for a long time, you really may need to put your foot down here, pile number 2, and I think you guys have got that, all right? So let's go ahead and see, when it comes to not tolerating 1 more ounce of disrespect, what does pile number 2 need to know? What does pile number 2 need to know? The energy to be asserting yourself. Pile number 2. Wow, the devil. Oh my God. Okay. So, you know, very disrespectful. The devil with the 3 of Swords. Okay. And you showing up as the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Cups actually came up in pile number 1 too. So there must be something about defiling the Queen of Cups, or, you know, ruining that beautiful flow with disrespect, okay? Approaching situations with loving, caring tenderness, while people are coming up behind you, you know, with bad attitudes, you know, just being very rude and rambunctious, interrupting you while you're talking. I also feel this is an issue. I feel some of you here could have been with somebody who did not respect your intellect or didn't respect your thoughts. and maybe didn't respect your intuition and didn't respect what you were getting intuitively, always had to interrupt you, always had to talk over you, always had to, was very impatient with you. I can see the Knight of Swords with the Queen of Cups. What a weird relationship that is, okay? But I feel like what this led to with the Devil and the Three of Swords is like a lot of torment, a lot of pain. And it's like, yeah, no more. I will not give my energy. I feel like what you guys are saying is, Natalie, I will not give my energy and love to these types of situations anymore. And you know what, pile number 2, you can tell a lot by how people communicate. If they constantly interrupt people, if they're so impatient, they can't even stop and wait and listen for other people, if they're just that awful at human relations, then, I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, they probably need to go back into the womb and have their DNA like changed and remixed, because it seems like the combination of human that was created with these types of people or this person is just wrong, And I mean, I'm not one to say that like all the time about people, pile number 2, but I mean, I don't like it. And I feel like this person getting mad and angry with you for no reason, or getting upset with you when you meant no harm, it's like, yeah, who needs that? No thanks, okay? We have the Knight of Cups, and we have Justice. Okay, well, and we have Justice looking very severe here, and we have the Hierophant. All right. Pile number 2, you are certainly very spiritually blessed and wise, okay? And talking about making decisions with a structured approach, the Hierophant and Justice. Like it said here, the Hierophant, plan ahead, okay, for your journeys and what you're doing in life. Plan ahead, all right? And also make decisions using a formal, structured, rational approach. And it's not to say that you can't use your third eye, because your third eye is coming through very strong in this reading. I just think it's very easy to get lost in la la land and get lost in the sauce, and lose your own self-assertiveness or determination, because I feel you do get people on a very intuitive level, pile number 2. And I also feel like you want to I just got something about saving the best for last, okay? So it's like that last hurrah with the Knight of Cups, like thinking, okay, there's that one thing that I could say, or that one thing that I could do that might change this person's mind, or might, affect this situation in a different way. But you're also tired, pile number 2. You're also tired of it, okay? And there's that denial is a river in Egypt or whatever. That's something on TikTok these days, but I'm seeing the river in the background. Anyway, but it's just like, yeah, no, because the Knight of Cups really needs something to swear his or her loyalty to, and needs a mission and a goal. And the Knight of Cups can be one sappy individual, okay? And talk about making decisions from emotions and from gut instincts, guttural, instinctive, emotional decision making, okay? But I think that has really brought you guys into a position of questioning that a little bit here, pile number 2, because we have two major arcana cards here. So this is representing a big issue for you in your life. And justice is definitely an energy that is not tolerating disrespect. And justice will weigh the facts of the matter, okay? Taking all sentiment out of it, taking all emotions out of it, taking all whatever out of it, and just saying at the end of the day, does this person's actions make sense? Okay? If I tally it up on a calculator and divide by 5, what's my answer? And I feel like the answer is bullshit. you know? And I feel like you guys know that because you're very smart, pile number 2, but I also feel like you guys have a really big heart, and you'd rather see harmony than people, you know, people acting nasty. But, you know, you don't have to act nasty if you don't want to, okay? You have my permission to act nasty towards whoever here is coming through as the devil. Like, by all means, act nasty. But at the same time, I feel like you guys aren't really ones to do that. You like to remain like in control, okay, of yourself. And I also feel like being very balanced spiritually is important to you guys with your karma. Okay, justice signifies karma and taking right action. Okay, but in order to do that, you gotta really sit with the facts with a clear head and analyze things. Spreadsheet it out if you need to. Okay, because at the end of the day, with the Hierophant here, I feel like you guys are looking for solid, sturdy, real ass people who know how to be in a productive union with someone in a way that feels very natural. And it's not that there isn't going to be problems. It's not that there isn't going to be issues that come up, but when people know how to communicate in a way that's mature, justice, okay, and they're working together for the greater good of the relationship, the Hierophant, to create a solid foundation, then, you know, hey, that's cool. But if we have people who are, I mean, some people just aren't willing to have that level of depth of honesty, and they're not old enough or they're not wise enough to really embrace true honesty, okay? And some of you may have been dealing with people who were, it's really hard to be with someone when they're lying to themselves. I mean, we got to have honesty, okay? And fair treatment, all right? Somebody's got some banging hips or some nice hips or banging booty or whatever you got going on there. Pile number 2, okay? So that's just what I'm seeing, that you guys are solidifying your decisions, and you're saying with the Hierophant, you know, I will not be disrespected anymore. I'm a good person. I'm solid. I'm there for people. I'm loyal. I show up with intention. Okay. I feel a lot of you in this pile are also, you know, spiritual and would go to great lengths to do things for the people that you care about. But yeah, no more with the, you know, no more with the BS. Okay. So let's go ahead and see. Let's get some initials and find out if you see your initials or their initials or something relating. Pile number 2, you know the reading is for you, okay? We have O. We have P, okay? O-P. C, cop. Oh my goodness, who is the cop? Who's the cop? Somebody's in military or law enforcement or something. We have here an R, okay? And we have F. F. Okay? F. Focus. Okay? Focus. Somebody here could drive a Ford Focus. I am getting that, or have a vehicle like that. I'm also seeing the name Crisp or Crispy here. Somebody could have a pet named Crispy, okay? Or something. I don't know. Maybe you guys just ate something crispy, whatever. File number 2. I feel like it's like Piff. It's like, you know, when this person tries to come off a certain way. I feel like you guys can see through it. We have FIV, 5, okay? We're just missing the E, but the Hierophant is representing card 5 in the tarot, so that's very interesting too. And we have an L, L-O-V, love. All right, we're just missing the E, but L-O-V-E. Loop, L-O-O-P. Just like being in an endless loop with someone. And for some of you, this could have been a 5-year, 5-month, 5-week thing where you've just been in an endless loop with a particular individual and you're like, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't anymore, okay? And like, this is real life and I don't want to waste my energy anymore, all right? So we also have L-I-V, which could be live, or ill, I-L-L. Okay, somebody could have been really ill. Okay. And let's see what else here. Let's see what else for initials for pile number 2. A B. This is the first B we've had. Okay. Bop. B-I-C. Uh-oh. Where's that headed? Oh, there's the D. There's the D I mentioned earlier. Okay. Dip. There could be a cop that has the letter D in their name, or you know a cop with the letter D in their name, because I'm getting that. All right. And rid of. We have R-I-D-O-F. Rid of. Getting rid of someone. Yeah, I feel like you guys made a decision. Hey, I can't do this anymore. I'm getting rid of something. Some of you could have made a decision to get rid of a relationship around your birthday, or something happened around your birthday where there was a fallout in the relationship. Okay. I see D-O-V, we're just missing the E, but dove, okay? Some of you may like the bird, the dove, and use that as a symbol. BD could also be baby daddy, or somebody's baby daddy here too. Yeah. You know, what I'm also seeing here is COVID. C-O-V-I-D. All right. So we also have ill. So somebody could have been ill with COVID. And you guys were, you know, especially with the 12th house, can definitely represent illness or long-term illness, especially like long COVID or something like that. Okay. Somebody here could have been taking care of someone or putting aside their needs to kind of help someone else. Okay. Or somebody exposed you to sickness, pile number 2, and didn't really care. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing livid, L-I-V-I-D, livid. Some of you here could have been extremely livid because somebody got you sick or ill. Okay. And they didn't, you know, they didn't tell you, or they didn't let you know. And somebody here could have been very disrespectful towards you because you were ill and treated you in a very disrespectful manner too. Okay. I'm also seeing forbid, okay. F-O-R-B-I-D, forbid or forbidden, and livid, being completely livid about something. Okay, and finding it to be very disrespectful. There's the D-I-C, we're just missing the K. Yeah, you're like, this person is missing. Anyway, pile number 2. But yeah, okay. I'm also seeing FL for Florida. Somebody here could be from Florida. I'm seeing like the outlines for the word David. Somebody here could have that name. Bid, B-I-D. Okay, or somebody made a bid on something, on a car or something like that. Somebody did a bid on something and it didn't end up working out. There, with the 12th house too, we can also have hidden enemies and people that are trying to rip us off, okay, or trying to get one over on us or rip us off with some transaction we're trying to engage in, okay? So pile number 2, my heart goes out to you if you're dealing with these kind of individuals. We have a Z here, okay, a Z, and then we have a Q, all right? So we have B-I-Z, business, or somebody's biz, okay? It's like, I feel like it's Also with the 12th house, it's like, get out of my business, you know? And you guys might not be very happy with the way people have been trying to like dig into what's going on, or it's like, stay out of my business, or stop telling me what to do, or just stay out of it in general. Okay. Yeah. Like somebody who thinks they know everything, but they're a real dope. You know what I'm saying? They're not, they're not very sharp. And, we're just missing the E, but we have video here. So somebody could have sent you a very disrespectful video of something as well. And it's like, yeah, I feel like if you guys with this plan ahead, don't make it up as you go along. I feel like, you know, if you're going to go see this person, or you have to see them for some reason, plan your interaction before you even go. Plan what you're going to say and do. Plan your escape route if you have to see them, and don't look, you know, plan what you're going to say to kind of get out of the situation, because I feel like this person may be very confusing, especially if they're coming back with apologies, the Knight of Cups, or coming back or whatever. And it's like, yeah, no thanks. Like, I already analyzed this and I don't like it, and you didn't apologize, and you were very disrespectful, so I'm done, okay? And good riddance, right? We have rid of. All right, pile number 2, my darlings. I see what you got going on here, and I'm proud of you for standing up for yourselves, and I'm proud of you for asserting yourselves. And good for you, pile number 2. Show the rest of us how it's done, okay? Show us how it's done. Show us what it is to be self-assertive and confident and proud of who you are. So thank you so much, my beautiful pile number 2s. For those of you that don't know, I do have my astrology website up. And if you would like to have a natal chart reading with me, find the link in the description box below. I've opened up February, okay? So you can take a look at February and find yourself a slot on the calendar if you're so inclined. Thank you so much, pile number 2, and many blessings. Let's move on to pile number 3. Okay. Let's do it. Okay. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the yellow tea light, and today's reading is called When You Will Not Tolerate 1 More Ounce of Disrespect. Okay? Pile number 3, I'm right there with you. I'm ready to stand up and wave the flag of, you know, charging at the bull. You know what I'm saying? Pile number 3. I don't know that I'm ready to wave the red or the white flag of peace or anything, pile number 3, because that's not what this reading is about. But let's go ahead and see for you, my darlings. Oh. Okay. Unplanned things happening that take you by surprise. Maybe pile number 3 that you weren't expecting, maybe with no explanation for it or anything. Okay. Also, I'm getting a situation where someone moved, or someone left something or moved and just didn't say anything and just left. Now, I have to say, pile number 3, I've done this myself in my own life. So, you know, call me a disrespectful human being and make me go sit in my naughty corner. But I do think some of you could be pissed off because somebody left and didn't really share with you like why or when or what or what's going on, okay? And, you know, it's like, hey, I thought we were good, or I thought we were chilling, or I thought we were, you know, so I feel like some of you could feel a little hurt. What I'm getting for your pile number 3 is actually more like a feeling of like, you know, hey, I'm a little hurt. And I feel like, you know, this person should have talked to me, or these people should have let me know what was going on. Okay. And here's the 2 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So sometimes people have a whole thing going on and you're not even aware of it. But let's see, pile number 3. I'm not making excuses for anybody that wronged pile number 3, but let's go ahead and see. We have Sagittarius and expand. Yeah, that's interesting because I was getting this energy of somebody like moving or leaving, or perhaps you guys want to move or leave or travel or go somewhere and people are not respecting your wishes. Okay, it could go either way. It's a general reading. Even in a private reading, honestly, it could go even. People oftentimes switch positions. It's like, you know, and that's the crazy thing about hypocrisy, isn't it, pile number 3? Because sometimes people will tell you, oh, I'm this way and I strongly believe in blah, 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 blah. And then they turn around and do the opposite thing and like really surprise you and come off as a like huge hypocrite. And I feel like for you, pile number 3, that does bother you. But I also feel like you say to yourself, when people do this, they're disrespecting themselves. Okay. And it may not be that. And I like your attitude on that, pile number 3, because you're like, those people's behavior or the way they're acting, all they're doing is disrespecting themselves at the end of the day. Okay. So I like your attitude about that, pile number 3. That's very refreshing. And I think you're just taking a new view on things with this Sagittarius card coming up here and just saying, you know, not everything that happens is about me. Some people just do what they do because that's who they are, but I'm just me. I'm going to keep on living. Okay. And, you know, and not everything I do is because of other people either. Sometimes I do things because I want to do them that way, you know? And I also think with the fire energy, we can be rather headstrong about choosing our direction. And yeah, we may change our mind 1,000 different times. Sagittarius is a mutable fire sign. Okay, it may be hard to finish things or pick, you know, I don't know. Sagittarius energy can sometimes be kind of scattered. All right, people not really finishing things, or the more disrespectful end could be people not finishing things, or people speaking out about something and being huge hypocrites, and then, you know, behind the scenes being very disrespectful. Also with Sagittarius, we could have people who are being very disrespectful to you about your spiritual beliefs, okay? Sagittarius is ruled by the planet Jupiter, and Jupiter has to do with that unifying spiritual energy and that philosophical source of respecting other people's beliefs and opinions as long as they're not harming other people or harming themselves. I mean, I don't know. You could say that a lot of people are harming themselves. I think most everyone on this planet is honestly probably harming themselves in some significant way. But hey, you know, but at the same time, you know, harming other people may be where we need to draw a line here. Okay. And I also feel maybe at times you have felt you've disrespected your own self too. It may not always be everybody disrespecting you, but maybe you feel, you know what, I've lowered myself before and I've lowered my own standards because of my actions and I'm not okay with that. So, you know, there's that whole thing with disrespect of, you know, maintaining human dignity for other people and what they believe and what their choices are in life. And you know, I feel like there could be people that just don't agree with your choice of how you live your life or your philosophical belief or your spiritual beliefs, etc. But, you know, you're not on this planet for other people. If it's too complicated, I don't know, maybe they should pick up a book and read it. I don't know. It's so funny I said the word dignity like 3 seconds ago because here's this card that says dignified on it, strength. Okay. And not letting people, like, you know, there's a huge thing about disrespect that I particularly don't like. And it has to do with, you know, demeaning the dignity of other people. Now, that to me is not okay. And also within ourselves, we want to be taking actions that make ourselves feel dignified and mature in who we are. And I feel like you guys have the strength and the ability to expand your horizons and go beyond and look deeper into things and to see things in many different ways, okay? And I feel some of you here, you may be very smart. You may like reading. You may be intellectual to some degree or a lot of degree. You may enjoy reading about different religions or philosophies, or you may enjoy traveling to different places, okay? You may have changed your career multiple times, all right? And there may be other people in the world who just don't understand, quote unquote, your ways, all right? But and those people may behave in a very disrespectful way towards you. But at the same time, pile number 3, I think you guys are very good at maintaining your dignity, okay? Which I appreciate, even if other people are behaving that way. We have Pluto in transformation. Yeah, people being very uncomfortable. And I talked about your depths and your emotions. And obviously, you know, we don't want to, it's a fine line, right? Between like in social situations, making people uncomfortable purposely, okay? And maybe you guys have had some people around you that you feel in social situations tried to drag you down and try to make you feel uncomfortable intentionally because they were not happy with the way that you were changing in your life, okay? And that is very disrespectful. To try to stop the evolution of somebody else's life path because another person can't understand it, even though, you know, it's like, even when I think about LGBTQ, right? Like people just wanting to love who they want to love, people wanting, and then other people trying to stop them from doing that. It's like, what is your point? Get a life, you know? And I don't know, I'm going off now, pile number 3. I am going off. And some people just having an issue with the way that you've changed and the way that you are today versus how you were before, okay? But you're not on this planet to explain your existence to every other human being, you know? Like, I don't know, maybe they should read a book or something. But anyway, so disciplined and calm. To await the appearance of disorder and hubbub amongst the enemy. This is the art of retaining self-possession. Yes, self-possession, okay? And it's like, this is, what I feel for you is saying, pile number 3, this is my right to be who I am and do what I want to do with my life in this world. And I feel some of you could have had very disrespectful parents that didn't want you to live your life path, that didn't like the way you were changing. People react negatively because of fear, okay? And also because they feel like they're losing someone, or they're too scared of the pace of change, or whatever it is that is creating these triggers. And I feel like sometimes you guys are saying, you know, simply by just being me and living my life, it seems like I'm triggering other people. You know what? Then pile number 3, what I'm going to say to you then is that you're a teacher for some people, okay? If you find that living your life by example with the dignity and the core of who you are is so offensive to other people that they need to be disrespectful about it, then, you know, those people are having to basically have you as their teacher in a way, okay? But you can only do so much, you know, as far as expanding minds and opening up eyes and helping people to change. You can only do so much before it starts to really cause you a lot of pain and anguish, okay? And I feel some of you here with Pluto, you may have actually left and move to a completely different place to get away from your family, or to get away from people that were really horrible and awful to you, or to get away from a relationship where somebody was trying to control you. Okay, Pluto can also be a very controlling planet in its negative sense, okay? And people just trying to control you because they don't want you to move or to leave or to go or to choose your own path, okay? Which is very pathetic on their part, pile number 3, okay? It says keep your cool. All right, now this is very interesting because I'm getting more angry in your reading, I feel like, than some of the other readings. So, you know, anyway, it says modern life can be stressful and it is often full of disorder and hubbub, including disagreements, arguments, or even worse. you know, huge ideological differences where people blow up in each other's faces and never speak again. You know, these types of things. Like, keep calm, you may need it. The fastest way to lose focus is to lose your cool, okay? So this, you know, Pluto can be pretty, I mean, I'm a Pluto person as well, pile number 3. When somebody does me the wrong way, you know, I'm like, yeah, no, that's that's the end. All right. So the fastest way to lose focus is to lose your cool as well. Take a deep breath and think before acting. Okay. Especially with this mutable fire energy being very like, you know, yeah, like, no, you're not going to get one over on me. Like, you know, changing your mind or losing your cool maybe at times. Take a deep breath and think before acting. If you can keep your wits about you in the middle of a crisis, pile number 3, it will serve you well. Okay. And I feel like with Pluto here, Pluto is the crisis. Okay. And Pluto will dig out your identity and feed it back to you and make you eat it whole. It's a pretty, it's a pretty belligerent planet. But, you know, if you can keep your cool in a time of great, you know, change and upheaval and crisis, and still find your way out the door and keep your dignity and hold on to your dignity, even if people are being total jackasses, okay? So it's very interesting. And this is talking about retaining the art of self-possession. Okay, no one owns me. No one owns you, pile number 3, okay? You own you, I own me. Nobody can try to own you or own your life or control you. At the end of the day, you're a self-possessed, smart individual, and these people can go to hell. All right, so we have we have reflection. All right, sometimes through these situations, we see deep things about ourselves that come up and grab us in a pretty intense way, okay? And I feel like some people do get triggered by you, pile number 3, because you are a reflection, you're an empathic mirror, and so you're going to reflect back. And whatever these people, if their ugliness is on full display, it's going to get reflected back to them in a major way. And that's why they're getting so triggered, okay? And it almost would be better for you guys just to get away from the situation and move on from it and go direct your life path in a way that is more, has nothing to do with these people, is what I'm going to say. Pile number 3. We have intuition. Yeah, you can tell when people are fucking with you, and you can tell when people are trying to put their shit on you, I feel. Pile number 3, okay? And I feel like your intuition starts pinging and you're like, yeah, I know what this person is trying to do. I know you may have people that intentionally like to rattle your cage or wind you up, or, you know, try, and a narcissist will do this often. And actually, pile 3, this is the only pile that I've actually said that word in. It's not a word that I go throwing around randomly in readings all the time, but I'm just picking up on that energy, because what we have is a very disordered soul who comes into your space, and because they're afraid of everything in life, they try to control what it is that you're doing. And, you know, first and foremost, they need to be reflected. They need their way of thinking and living to be reflected. And if you're not doing that, then you're the enemy to these types of people, okay? And when you're the enemy, because you remain self-possessed, because you're not a narcissist, pile number 3, because you have possession of yourself. You don't have a false self, okay? You've got true possession of your own self. You can read that what this person is looking for from you is a reflection that they're the best, or they're okay, or that they want you to be like them, all right? But I feel like your journey, pile number 3, is a completely different journey, a philosophical journey and a spiritual journey filled with retaining your own self-possession. Okay, and that's the number one thing for you, pile number 3. If people are disrespecting you in a way where they want you to abdicate your own possession of self in order to reflect to them what they need, that is not okay. Okay, and in that case, pile number 3, enter the witness protection program, leave those people in the dust and never talk to them again, okay? Because you have a right to your autonomy and to be a self-possessed individual on this planet, okay? And no one should be trying to force their agenda on you that way, okay? And we have here the creative. My pile number 3s, you're a very creative person. You have creative energy that just runs through you in this extremely exciting way, okay? And the creative potential is also the ability to be yourself, okay? And it's the ability to show up as you are. As Nirvana would say, come as you are. All right, pile number 3, life needs you to come as you are and not to come through life as a reflecting what other people need to see, you know? And I think, thank God you're smart. Thank God you understand some of these deeper aspects of life. That means you're not going to fall prey to this false self type of stuff. You're going to remain self-possessed, okay? And that is such a beautiful thing to have in life, all right? And when we're creative, when we're truly being ourselves in the world, it's like somebody's handprint. It's extremely unique. It belongs to them. You know, for those of you that read palms or have taken classes in doing that, people's hands are unique. And true that they can change a little bit over your lifetime too. The lines may change and shift a little bit. It's your handprint, okay? It's you. And it says here, the creative aspect is the active yang principle, okay? Expressed in a very beautiful way through strength, tenacity, dynamic, inspiration, okay, masculinity, authority, and father. Now, some of you may have had a father or a parent that tried to limit you or tried to destroy your sense of self, okay? Because they're such an insecure, weak person that they need everyone else to be like them, to validate them because they have no core, okay? And when you live like that, you live in an overly active yang state where someone is using yang energy in a very irresponsible manner, okay? And you may have grown up with a parent like that, a mother or a father who is like that. And pile number 3, you know, I feel that for children of narcissists, there's a special place in hell for those narcissists, because to subject a child to having their identity carved out like that at such an early age is truly one of the greatest sins that someone can commit within the universe, okay? So these people have really messed up karma. I don't know what's going to happen to them, pile number 3, in this lifetime or in other lifetimes. They're going to have to sort that out with the creator. But anyway, it's not up to you. You're going to move on from it. You're staying strong and self-possessed. And, you know, you may change a lot in this lifetime. And being able to change and find new versions of yourself that you never even considered before. How exciting and creative is that? That is the principle of creativity in action, okay? Sometimes when we're younger and we're around people like this though, it can destroy a sense of self. And it's a very delicate thing, right? Between holding on to a sense of self and having that completely blown out of your system because of trauma, all right? And so pile number 3, I just want to say congratulations to you for holding on to your self-possessed spirit of who you are, all right? And showing everyone what it means to have an active yang principle that is inharmonious with flow and chi and not an abomination against that, all right? So pile number 3, I'm feeling I'm showing you a lot of respect in this reading for who you are and how far you've come, okay? And I hope you can feel that as you're watching this reading. I hope you feel that inner light coming from me to you, okay? So pile number 3, also the yellow tea light having to do with the solar plexus and the active masculine expression of our will to do and be what we want to be in the world and the courage to do it, okay? So pile number 3, how exciting for you, okay? How very exciting. I love that. Let's go ahead and see for my pile number 3s. Ooh, we've got some stuff popping out. We've got the 2 of Wands. I love it, baby. Here you are. The 2 of Wands is representing Mars and Aries. And, you know, it's a Dominion is the name of this card. The Lord of Dominion. This is my journey. Only I can walk it. Only I can do it. And I'm claiming it. Okay? The 2 of Wands, very powerful. You know, Mars is in its domicile in Aries, and it can really start kicking ass. And I feel like that's what you guys are thinking about. Where can I start kicking ass in my life? Where can I start taking the reins, okay? And as we know, it's through courage, risk, but also discipline. And we can learn a lot about Mars's exaltation in Capricorn and talking about that discipline to hang in there and challenge yourself and stay focused, and the ability to take the route that you want to take in life. Self-determined. Pile number 3. I love that for you. So what is the message here for my pile number 3s regarding them no longer tolerating any disrespect? For my pile number, ooh, there's a lot of jumpies here. For my pile number 3s. Okay, I'm trying to keep us moving. Because, all right, the Empress. Wow. Look at all the beauty and the loveliness waiting for you. Pile number 3. And the esoteric title for the Empress in the tarot is the Daughter of the Mighty Ones. Okay? And the Mighty Ones refer to the angels. So the Daughter of the Mighty Ones. Every time I hear that title, I just get like super emotional. I don't know about you guys, but I'm like, yes, it's the Daughter of the Mighty Ones, of course. Anyway, let's look at your cards. We have the Lovers, okay? And in this case, this is the Tarot of Opposition. So we're seeing the darker side of the Lovers here. And we're also seeing the Ace of Swords, but we're seeing the darker side of the Ace of Swords, all right? Where people have tried to hammer in their version of reality. And to me, this is a gaslighting type of an energy where people are trying to confuse you and tell you that your viewpoints are not valid. Also, for those of you that were the victim of religious trauma, okay, and you were hammered through this view of an angry, punishing universe, source, God that is, you know, trying to destroy you, okay? And for those of you, like I said, that had very challenging fathers or parents and maybe feeling like you were left to pick up the pieces of the pain and despair that was left behind, okay? And I just want to acknowledge your journey, pile number 3, and tell you you're doing great, okay? And here is the 7 of Swords. And to me, this is an energy of saying, this is what I pick. And you know, you may change your mind a lot, pile number 3. For those of you that grew up with bullying and grew up with your personality being suppressed, not being able to share your ideas, not being able to really express who you are, not being able to believe what you want to believe. I feel like, you know, when you pick up this sword here in the 7 of Swords, it's a huge act of rebellion and it takes you very, very far. And I feel like, you know, as you're getting to where you're going in life, there may be times where you decide, no, I cannot, like, I don't want that option anymore. I want this option, okay? But it's okay, all right? And don't feel bad if you decide that there's something else that you would rather do, or there's something else that you would rather pursue, okay? Because there are seasons in life, there's times where we're letting go of things, and with Pluto, you can bet your bottom dollar, pile number 3, that you're gonna have many times in life where you are gonna be letting go of things, and you are going to be choosing something else, okay? And it may be surprising to other people, it may be unnerving to other people, but you gotta pick what's right for you, okay? And some of you, like in your partnerships, you may be a little bit, you know, afraid of hurting people's feelings by doing what you want to do, or you may also have experiences in partnerships where things that are said are very disrespectful and unfair. And I just feel like in those moments with the 7 of Swords, pile number 3, save yourself, okay? Regardless of what anybody's opinion is of you. And you know what? It's so interesting in the tarot because everyone always talks about what a bad card the 7 of Swords is, or how that, you know, figure in the 7 of Swords is so bad and it's representing deceit and thievery and all this kind of stuff. And maybe so, but also the 7 of Swords is where we're just saying not this, but this, okay? I changed my mind. And it's a Moon in Aquarius card. And, you know, we get a little confused when we're trying to intellectualize our emotions. So we may end up changing our mind about things a lot. And people may think that we're being kind of flaky about something or whatever. But it takes a long time when a person grows up amongst that level of gaslighting or that level of emotional pain, torture, etc. It takes a while sometimes to try different things and figure out what you like and what really works for you. And don't feel ashamed about that, pile number 3, okay? And don't be afraid to be quirky, to be different, and don't be afraid to show what it is that you want, okay? And don't hesitate is what I would say. So pile number 3, let's go ahead and get some initials. If we see your initials, their initials, etc., then you know it's also a verification that the reading is for you. All right, pile number 3, let's get after it. Okay, we have an X, first card out the gate. Okay, so yeah, some of you could have had an ex that was very similar to your father, or had an ex that was very destructive and painful and awful and reminded you of a situation with your family, okay, or how you grew up. And yeah, pile number 3, I feel like some of you are just, maybe at times you thought, should I go back to that, or should I go back to that situation for some reason, okay? But I feel like these days it's like, no, I wouldn't go back to that if somebody paid me $1.5 million. You know, with the 2 of Wands, you're out here doing your own thing. Pile number 3, okay? You, pile number 3, I am doing my own thing. It's about me now. It's not about this ex or whoever. We have a C here. I see. Oh boy. I see what's going on. The reflection and the intuition. I see now. Pile number 3. Yes, you do. We have an M. Okay, I see M. We have a J here, JMC. I see J, I see M. We have a W. I won. Good for you. Pile number 3. I love to see that. We have an F here. F. Okay. F. Let's see what else. Let's see. Okay, I'm also getting middle child. So somebody here could have been a middle child. I'm seeing that too. I'm also seeing first child. So somebody here could have been a first child too. But just had to tell you. Tell you that. Pile number 3. Let's get initials here. Okay. We have an E. This one really wanted to come out. Ice. Ice me. Wow. Ice me. I feel like maybe some people iced you out, pile number 3, or made you feel like you didn't belong. But whatever, like at the end of the day, your journey is going to be better without them. So they can just, you know, go on, whatever. We have FEM for femme, okay? Or female or femme. Okay, we have a Z. We have a G, cigarette. Someone here could smoke, okay? We also have MFG, which is like manufacturing. Some of you here could have had a parent that worked in manufacturing or worked in a type of factory or did some work like that, okay? And yeah, I feel, all right? We also have Meg, M-E-G, for the word Megan, all right? And shout out, we have Gem, J-E-M. Shout out to my gems out there. Might be some Geminis out here watching this, some Sagittariuses, people with Gemini. Yeah, I like it. All you Megans out there, what's up? Okay, saying what's up. And yeah, let's see what else we have here. I was going to say something about the medical field or somebody working in the medical field. Maybe you had a parent that did or an ex or something, but I'm seeing that too. Okay. Let's see what else here. Jeff, Jeff is here too. Ooh, we also have MEI, which is like MEI, last name starting with a Z, which is a Chinese name, I believe, like Mi Zhang or Zhang. I'm probably not saying that right, so just forgive me. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out. And let's see. Oh boy, my doorbell. There's an A, okay? An A. A. We have a V, okay? And I've got 3 more letters and then I'm gonna close the reading. We have O, P. Sorry guys for the barking. Somebody unfortunately rang my doorbell, which is very annoying. Okay, we have AB and then POB, okay? For the last initials here. Mean people, meanos, all right? You don't have to deal with that anymore, pile number 3, okay? I'm glad you're doing your own thing out there in the world. So pile number 3, this is what I am getting for you, my loves. I hope that this reading resonated for you, and I would love to hear your thoughts and your feedback. Thank you so much, my darlings. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.